I'm a British black boy who makes music. That's who I am, and I just love Jesus.
Yes, yes, yes,
I was very fortunate to be found by Rodney, and I mean literally found. I was in New York doing something. I literally was going to retire when I finished this one trip that I was going to do. I go to this meeting to meet this person who I'm not going to mention, and while he's letting me down, telling me I was whack, Rodney was at Jimmy Iovine's office, and Rodney said he always tells me the story. He said he heard this thump going around. He was like, whose music is that? And he's like, Jimmy, give me a second. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom, I'll be back. Went and found where the thump was, which was the next room. Went in there, was like, who is that?
Right. And
they were like, oh, some kid called Harmony, he's gonna be in LA, should be landing in LA any minute. He said, as soon as you find him, bring him to me. While one was telling me I was whack, another was saying it's time for you to be great. So when I met Rodney, Rodney was the guy who was like, yo, you know, welcome to Dark Child, I want you on board. And basically there was that you know, I mean, the story is so much deeper than that. It was much, it was a whole spiritual thing that happened, but you know, he gave me my opportunity, and this is why I'm here.
You've done Maroon 5, Ariana Grande, you've done Fantasia, so you could do R&B, hip hop, pop. What other genres?
I just finished doing a movie piece for The Best Man 2.
The Best Man 2?
Yeah, I'm doing the soundtrack.
You're doing a soundtrack?
Yes. If you remember ads from the first movie where Ty Diggs and Nia Long have that moment, and then the tape goes, oh yeah, and it freezes. So I had to recreate that song for a different scene, and I had to flip it because it's for a funeral scene.
Oh, child, you know about the script. So what's the T? No, I don't know. In case for the people that don't know,
I can't disclose what happens, but there's a funeral scene.
Speaking of funerals, you had a close brush with death.
For me, that whole accident that happened still doesn't make any sense to me. That morning, my mom literally told us, like she had a dream, one of us got hit by a car. And I was like, she was like, we gotta pray. And I was like, no, Mom, I'm late for school. And you know, it's the last day of school. She was like, Harmony, take the bridge. Make sure you take the bridge. I was like, okay, Mom. And as I got off the bus, we were playing. And my friend says, let's cross the road and just get to the other side quicker. So I was like, cool. And I decided to run across. And as I run across, the car that's coming behind sees the bus. Right? This car's going at 62 miles an hour, something like that. The report is crazy. Sees the bus, halts, literally brakes, and goes across, and I'm in the middle of the road, and it's just me in the car. And it's just like, boom! And then I just felt something say, like, it's not time, and then boom, and I woke up. And then when I woke up, they already had put me, like, they already covered me up. They told my mom, he's dead. Like, I'm dead.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So when I woke up, it was like, no, he's alive, he's alive. He's alive. And I'm like, yo, what y'all doing out here?
Right.
What's going on? And, you know, I was fortunate. God kept me. And, you know, I walked away with this scar on my face and a broken ankle. Nothing else.
Do you think, now that I'm alive and I have this opportunity, what is your purpose? What do you think it is?
My purpose is to just share love with everyone. You know what I mean? And music is my form of love. We're like the Jerry Maguire of the game.
I like that.
You know what I mean? Like, we'll speak up and be like, yeah, that's wrong, we ain't doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we've been So we try to make great music, quality over quantity, and just give people a chance. But people who we believe in, like and do it right.
In regards to your top producers, I'm sure Mr. Darkchild was on the list. Oh, but growing up, and I know you 7-time champion, producing in UK. You know, if I wanted to challenge you right here, too bad we don't have machines hooked up because I think I may win. But, you know, since we don't have that, I'm just going to go on and ask you, who exactly were the people that you said, you know what, one day, him?
Timbaland was #1 on my list. Why everyone says why? Because our stories relate. He was in the basement. No one cared. No one thought his music was worthy of, you know. And then he was also, you know, signed, or he was also involved in a situation that was detrimental to his career. You know what I'm saying? And then he came out on top.
Interesting, he claims that he's an underdog. He says, I'm successful because I'm an underdog. Do you feel like your story is similar?
And I'm always going to be the underdog. I will always be the underdog. When you talk about music, even now with all the hits, as you call it, with all these records that are out, they will always pick someone else before me, and then I always have to choose. Then I have to come in and fight. Like that's how I've always been. I will always be the underdog. It doesn't matter how many records that go #1. They will always treat me like the underdog, which is fine, and I'm happy with that. I never ever wanted to be like Quincy. I just wanted to understand what it took to be that great. I mean, like I said, you can't be him. I don't care who you are. You could start at 12 years old to do what he did. He created too many superstars. He didn't even create superstars. He created legends. It's like he passed me the torch. Like I just felt like he passed me the torch to just continue making great music. Not pass me the torch to be like Quincy Jones, but pass me the torch of, yes, sir, you are going to continue to make great music. We have an industry to help.
Yes.
A lot of people say, what do you mean by help? Because you can't fight the industry. The industry will never allow you to fight it. If you do, they'll kick you out quicker than you could say fight. So it's to help it, and how you help it is to create great music and create superstars that will have great influence. And then you go into different avenues like TV and film, and then it starts to spread like, you know, and then it starts to spread like wildfire. And before you know it, you have a new era of artists who are singing Heal the World, who are singing End of the Road, who are singing, you know what I'm saying? Whitney Houston, you know, and I Will Always Love You. Songs that will change your life. You know what I mean? That's what I want. I want people to sing these songs and be like, I love this person because of this song.
Well, you're going to do it. I'm going to say that right now.